Now, Babe took over for legendary swim and dive coach Bob Bowman, and he didn't waste any time making an immediate impact. The true power in any indoor golf simulator is in the launch monitor, the device that tracks the swing of the golfer. When we come back, we head out to the pool, where ASU won 2 conference championships.
Participation is exactly what the Sun Devil program wants.
Yeah, Papago Golf Club is the practice hub, and the stands here at Mountain America Stadium are sure to be packed with ASU's football faithful. And the LPGA is looking for unique ways to celebrate, including the debut of the 75th anniversary mobile experience. From Mountain America Stadium, now to inside Desert Financial Arena, home of the Big 12 women's volleyball champions. And the Sun Devils are already preparing for next season. After Florida's defense stopped Emmanuel Sharp from getting a shot off 3 seconds before the buzzer. Heartbreaking for Houston. With a solid foundation, ASU women's volleyball looks to continue to raise the bar. Lakes, rivers, and reservoirs attract thousands of outdoor enthusiasts each year. While these waterways offer endless opportunities for fun, I know I love them, they can also be dangerous. BYU was fresh off of a victory in Tucson, where Arizona fans yelled anti-Mormon chants. The university apologized for their fan behavior. A Delta flight from Minneapolis had to make a crash landing and flipped upside down. And walking around campus, it's easy to see how the atmosphere is electric. I hear winning will do that.
And yeah, Coach Van Neal has had a ton of success with this program. But Matt, you're with the team day in and day out. You know how these players think. How badly do they want to win at that next level, that national level?
TPC Scottsdale is usually a serene golf course. But during the WM Phoenix Open, this is what it's known for. So how does the greenest show on grass stay clean? I caught a ride to the famous par 3 for a behind-the-scenes look with WM's Director of Operations, Chad Bowden, to see how they manage waste at hole 16.
So my role here is to ensure that our zone managers and the temporary workers are educated and understand where the material needs to be and how to process it. A lot of the structures start getting built around September. The compactors are the last thing to go in.
After starting underneath, we walked upstairs for a better look.
So this is hole 16, 20,000 plus fans in the loudest hole in golf.
From the skybox, it was easy to see how these chutes led down to the compactors, which Bowden says are managed by 2 to 4 people at a time. But there's much more than that.
So wanted to highlight these sinks here that we have all over 16, and we have holding tanks down below that they're plumbed into. We use all the melted ice is dumped in there, and then we use that water in the restrooms all around the golf course to activate the sanitizer tablet that goes in the bathroom. You just need a little bit of water.
There are a lot of drinks sold, and this year WM partnered with local company Bold Reuse to save an estimated 32,000 cups.
This is actually a shot of one of those cups that we will capture at the end of the day and then have washed and returned.
UL Solutions has certified the tournament as waste-free for 12 years, a company that investigates businesses, products, and events to promote sustainability. In Scottsdale, Max Williams, Cronkite News. The NIL policy adopted by the NCAA in 2021 is now almost half a decade old, allowing college athletes to turn their name, image, and likeness into earnings. But some MLB pros who played before NIL disagree on the new direction of collegiate athletics.
For those guys making so much money, it's kind of crazy, and then switching schools every single year, I think it's terrible.
College baseball is great. It helped me a lot, helped me get to where I am today, and I think more people should be able to experience that, and I think it'll help.
21-year-old Carter Jensen chose the MLB draft route out of high school the same year that NIL was born. Looking back, he says a big benefit to college ball is time to build a brand online.
Especially with how easy social media circulates, you don't want to be saying the wrong things or putting the wrong stuff out there.
Today, many college athletes have access to tons of resources thanks to NIL. But just a few years ago, even the top collegiate athletes were more concerned about their next bite to eat instead of their next paycheck.
We implemented being able to pay for meals like my junior year, which was really nice. It made, playing ball a little bit easier.
I'm from old school college baseball where, you went out there and worked hard for what you had and you barely had enough money to go eat lunch on.
Renfro and pitcher Chris Stratton were teammates on a star-studded Mississippi State roster in 2011 and 2012, but never competed in a national championship. Stratton says NIL might have convinced him to stay longer.
Mississippi State was my hometown. That's my state. That's what I really wanted to do, was to play for them. So I kind of feel like I didn't get to achieve everything I wanted to, and I knew if I could have had the opportunity to go back and potentially play for another year, that would have been awesome.
And with some schools working with reported NIL budgets of $1.5 to $3 million, it's tempting for any prospect. In Surprise, Max Williams, Cronkite News. Yeah, that's right, guys. While we've been edging towards that 100-degree mark for the Valley, that's not going to be the case this weekend because we've got some very cool temperatures headed our way. Now, today was pretty warm. We were in the 90s, and as we head into tonight's forecast, we can see some cooler temperatures dipping down into the 80s, even into the high 70s, with some decent speeds for wind. We're right around that 10-mile-per-hour range as we head into this evening, but we've also got some cooler temperatures on the way. 62 degrees is your low in Phoenix for tomorrow, and we get all the way down to just 52 degrees in Tucson down south. As we warm up throughout the day, it's only going to get up into the 80s here in the Valley. 83 degrees in Phoenix, gets up to 78 down in Tucson, 55 up in the Grand Canyon, 58 in Window Rock as well. And that's going to be due to this system moving through the state of Arizona throughout the next couple of days. Some of those showers represented by the green colors are going to lead to cooler temperatures. And you can see that in the 8-day forecast. 10% chance of rain on Saturday as we're in the low 80s for the highs. And then as we move into the rest of the weekend and into next work week, we're going to work our way back into the 90s as some of those clouds get out of our way. From the Cronkite Weather Center, I'm Max Williams.